always do my hat like this. Whenever I'm talking to you, hey, do my hat like this. That's crazy. I don't know, maybe nervous energy or whatever. Anyway, let me tell you what's going on with this project. Another one for you, our latest real estate project. All right, so last time I talked to you, it was like talking about contractors and stuff like that, and how, they don't work for us or work for you. Don't think about them like an employee. But at the same time, you have got to worry about yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've got to, the contractor, you're trusting them as a professional, right? You're trusting them to do the job, get the job done as a professional, like a professional would, in a timely fashion. Okay? Before you even get started with the project, you've already agreed to a certain timeline. You got him, the contractor, to sign a contractor agreement. So these things, like, it's clear as to what the expectations are. Well, when those expectations are not being met, okay, when they're not being met, you have got to really have a heart-to-heart with the contractor. You're not trying to step on their toes or anything, or like tell them how to do their job or anything like that. But at the same time, the job, the project, is costing you money every single month. Okay? Every single day. Just back that up. Every single day, the project is costing you money. So you can't just let contractors operate on autopilot at all, ever. Don't ever do that. Stay on them. Make sure they're doing the job. They're doing what was discussed in the scope of work. They're adhering to the contract, the legal binding document that you two have together. They're doing the job. They're doing it to the T. And when they're slacking, like, you really gotta, like, stay on them, get on them, and figure out what's going on. So with me, all right, I had to basically start looking at the possibility of hiring subcontractors on my own. Now, this is a problem because here I am, I'm paying the contractor to hire the subcontractors, right? So if I'm having to hire the subcontractors, then why in the hell do I need a contractor? Right? That brings into question. So I'm hiring the subcontractors. Well, I'm not hiring the subcontractors. I'm having them go to my property to give me estimates, because I feel as though I'm going to have to fire this contractor. I don't want to do that. This is my guy. You know what I mean? But he has stressed himself so thin. His contractors, his subcontractors come to my house, and they're doing jobs for me, and they're talking about how they're working on 7 different properties right now. 7 different properties, and my property makes like the 8th one, right? So they're working on all these other properties, including mine, and I'm feeling like, oh, well, you know what? Whenever my guys get the opportunity to come over, then, hey, I'm gonna send them your way, which is kind of like the vibe that I was getting. It's kind of like what I feel as though was happening. So I've got a lot of money in the deal. There's a lot of money on the line, and there's a lot of money being spent every month for this house. So I did what any other investor would do. Okay, I started shopping around for other subcontractors, because I was possibly going to have to, like, let this contractor go, and then I was gonna have to just start subbing out the work to finish up this project. All right, just subbing up the work, finish up the project, which I don't have any problem doing. You know what I mean? I've done, you know, rehabs where I'm subbing out the work like that, and I'm getting it done. But this one in particular, you know, the contractor that I have working on this property, the last property he did for me, he did it in 4 weeks. We were done with that joint. I was staging it, had it on the market, and eventually sold it. So I'm thinking more of the same now, but here it is, week 4, you know, exactly to the day, week 4. And, you know, up until this week, all we had done was demo, plumbing, and framing. We're coming up on week 4, and that's all we got done? What? Like, nah, bro, no. So, well, I was like, you know what? Whatever it takes, I'm gonna get this done. Even if I have to take matters into my own hands here a little bit, and just sub out the work to finish up the project. So after doing that, I reached out to Angie's List. You know, download the app, Angie's List. I have not had a bad experience with Angie's List. Ended up just like shooting out some emails through Angie's List to a HVAC guy, an electrician, and a roofer. All 3 of them show up at the house the very next day. Would be it today. They all show up, and guess who's at the house working on the project? My contractor's there. So my contractor's like, hold up. He didn't tell me, you know, he was looking at other people to do the work, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden a fire just ignites, you know, in the rectum region, right? He's got a fire underneath that the rectum region, okay? And now he's like, all right, well, you know, there are people, you know, who owe me a lot of money right now, so I'm just gonna dedicate everybody to just working on your job, you know, because it's a far drive for us to come out here, and you know, I've got all these projects over here, but you know, I got this one way over here, so I need to go ahead and just blow this out. I'm like, yeah, man, you want the money, all right? So let's not play coy here, right? Like you want the money, okay? I get it. By him seeing all the other subcontractors come through, he was just like, all right, you know what? This is it's not a big project. I mean, I can understand if it was like a ginormous project. It's not. It is a little house that really and truly we should be done with this by now. But we're gonna get done with it this week. With the subcontractors that came out there, found a real good guy for the roofing, right? So need a new roof on the house. The guy quoted me a price way cheaper than my contractor. So something good definitely came out of it. So I'm definitely saving a lot of money on a roof because you know, I had some subs come out there and quote me prices for some work. So there's that. There's the benefit that had. I also, you know, with the electrician came through. My contractor already had an electrician come through. And he found mistakes made. He found the subcontractor that I had come through just to give me an estimate for the job found issues that the other electrician that I've already paid for found issues with that. So I mean, it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? This guy could be trying to, you know, make a couple of dollars. You know, he sees that I need a contractor to come through and do some electrical. So he could be trying to make a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? It could be anything. You know what I mean? It could be the fact that there are actual issues. It could be the fact that he's actually trying to make some money. But then I had the HVAC guy go out there. HVAC guy says that, and this house operates off of gas, right? So he goes out there, he's like, hey, there's no electricity going to the furnace, so I can't cut the HVAC on to even, you know, assess what's going on with it, you know, and then give you a good assessment and all that. I was like, really? So now I'm thinking maybe the electrician that my contractor had go through is actually bogus, and I need to go ahead and pay for this other guy to come through and just really do up the electrical system so that we don't have these issues. So I let him know what I was thinking. I said, hey man, if I gotta pay for this electrician to come out here and, you know, redo and do a better job than what the guy that you had come out here, we're cutting something from the budget, you know, because right now I'm right at budget on this property, you know, and I don't want to go over at all. So that being said, it is just a lot of interesting things unfolding here as we're moving towards the final push. So the roofer's coming out this weekend on Saturday. They're going to go ahead. They're going to knock it out. The roofer said he can get it done with his crew in one day. So stay tuned for that video. I'm definitely going to pop back out at the property when that crew is out there. From now until this property is finished, each time that I go out there, there will be contractors. There will be a contractor and subcontractors working on the property until it is done. So we're getting really close with this with this project being completed. I cannot wait to stage it and get it on the market and get this place sold, because my goal is 10 properties this year, and I'm not too far off track to make that happen. I mean, it could definitely still happen, especially we sell this property for what my realtor believes that he could sell it for. The really good thing about it is the property next door, the property right next door to my property went on contract for close to $300,000. So I'm feeling really optimistic. I just want to get it to the finish line. And as you can see, you know, even though, you know, you have a contractor that you like, you know, there's sometimes, man, where, you know, you just gotta really just have like that heart to heart and just sit down and just talk to them and talk things out and just let your contractor know, and, you know, what you're thinking about, hear what they're thinking about, and just get on the same page as it relates to your project, man. And just make sure that everything is clear and everything is out on the table. Because I told him today, man, I was like, look, man, you're so busy that, you know, I'm paying a lot of money for this property every month. I've got to move this project along, man. I can't continue to like just, you know, have it sit for, you know, days on end. You know, people come out, they do a little bit of work, and then, you know, for a week, you know, it's just sitting, you know. So I just let them know, you know, what I was thinking and why I got subcontractors popping up at the property, because I look, it's costing me money. All right, I've got to move it along. I can't just sit here and just like hold the property for months and months and months and months and months. It's a hot market in this particular area where I've got the property, so I don't expect it to sit on the market long after we put it on there. So it's just one of those things, man. And it's all I'm learning, more and more with each property, and hopefully you're pulling something from this video and you're able to take away something and apply it to your real estate business or your business in general, because it's really good stuff, man. So stay tuned for the next one. It's coming up. Gonna have a lot of good videos and pictures coming from the inside of the house and the outside of the house. There's gonna be people crawling all over this property to finish it up, landscaping, the whole nine. So stay tuned for those videos and make sure you like this one, you subscribe to this one, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.